Hello. My next in my list, the next one is uh, online video conferencing programs. Like Zoom is what we are going to use, and Zoom is provided by the university, our university. But alternatives are Skype, MS Teams, and Google Meet. So I don't know which is the best. I believe Zoom is the best yet, but I don't know what is the most widely used one. And these days, seminars, conferences, job interviews are done through Zoom. And when you, like maybe if you need to teach a course in the future, then maybe you may want to use Zoom to have online office hours or online meetings. Or you may use it with your family. I Zoom with my family in South Korea. So uh, it's not bad to try this just to see what you can do and how it works. Nothing much to say. And number seven is OBS Studio. It's a video recording software. And like when you teach online, you may want to record your lecture videos on a program. And in my first trial, I used Zoom. Zoom has its own recording function, but it is really slow. It takes a lot of time to encode. So I changed it to OBS, and I'll show you. This is the OBS uh, program that I'm using now. It's very quick and simple, easy to use. So I recommend this program. So just in case if you teach online later, or if you start a YouTube channel, then this will be nice. By the way, you cannot edit. I don't know how to edit video, but it is just recording program. And number eight, remote desktop softwares. So it is very important using desktop remotely. So it happens. So think about this. The most useful case is that when later in your dissertation you are going to do some kind of data work, and depending on your data size or your program or your computing power, it may take a lot, like a long time. Like typically, if your program runs within 24 hours, I would think that program is short enough. If it takes like more than 3 or 4 days, then need to think about it. But 1 or 2 days is not uncommon. And then what you want to do here is you are working in your office, but you want to start running the program at home. So then you may use the remote desktop softwares. Or when you travel during vacation and still you want to use your computer so that you run some programs and get results, then also these softwares are useful. I have used TeamViewer. It's free for individual use, but recently I was rejected because I used it frequently, but recently it detected something and it told me I am not eligible for free use, so I had to delete it. So I'm looking for another program, maybe Chrome or Microsoft. And Microsoft Windows itself has a remote control utility. Try this. If you have any suggestions, what is the best among free softwares? Let me know. I'm looking to use to adopt a new one, so let me know. Uh, TeamViewer is good enough for individual use, and I think you are a student, so your use must be qualified as an individual use. So then TeamViewer is not bad. Number nine, statistical softwares. Also, you will need one software to handle your data. And for most widely used in economics are these guys. Stata are common for applied researchers. Uh, professors in our department, some professors in our department use Stata. and I think it's really nice. It's popular in especially in economics. And MATLAB, I use MATLAB for my research, and it is particularly good for theoretical researchers or more structural estimation problems. So, and Stata can handle much more general problem than like MATLAB can handle much more advanced problems than Stata because it's more flexible. You have to say write all the codes by yourself. So MATLAB will be uh, good if you can use that. And R is a free software, and uh, recently R is becoming more and more popular among statisticians and also in economists. And the biggest advantage of using R is that it's freeware, and there are a lot of open source codes. So many people voluntarily make codes and make packages for their estimators or quite commonly used estimators. So you can download them for free. So it's nice. R is also very nice. And Python, the fourth program is Python, which is the most advanced and the fastest program among these four. And Python is not only for data. It's like when you make a app on your smartphone, you can use Python, I believe. So it's more general, more advanced program. And especially you use huge data, then Python is better. So like in Stata, MATLAB, or R may not load huge data due to memory restrictions, but Python may be able to handle that. So, but I don't know how to use Python. I hope to learn Python someday, uh, but not yet. Okay, the is next one is about writing. So, I have seen many PhD students, and most of them underestimate how important your writing is and how long it takes to write your paper. Even if you have all the results, all the ideas, all the results, uh, from there, making the results into a written paper takes about a year or so, right? Seriously. So think about this seriously, and learning how to write a paper is one of the most important thing you have to learn from your advisor and in your PhD life, because when you graduate, no one is going to read your paper if your paper is not well written. And the reason why you don't realize how how bad your writing is because all the papers you read are really famous papers, and they are famous because they are well written, right? So most of the papers you read in your class are well written papers, so you don't appreciate how important the writing is. So what I recommend is try to read your friend's third year paper. It must be horrible. So then you will realize why writing matters. And also the problem here is when I read a student's paper, then I try to ignore errors, grammatical errors, English errors, but it's hard to ignore them because there are too many. Like every page has at least 10 errors, grammatical errors, obvious errors. So it takes forever to point out those errors. But so I encourage you to use like free online grammar check program like Grammarly.com. It's free, but you may need to pay more to check grammatical errors. So yeah, like maybe or if you if it's free, like so when you submit the homework to me, I try this. So practice how to use this. then it will help you later. 11. It's also about English writing. So these advices are for non-native speakers, non-native writers. Uh, Dictionary is useful. Of course, you have to have a dictionary, but what I recommend here is a collocation dictionary. Collocation means it's not a single word, but a combination of words that are commonly used together. So if you search a word, it shows words that's used together. For example, I'm going to show you Oxford Collocation Dictionary. This is Collocation Dictionary. It's quite simple. So here, as an example, I'm going to just type increase. You want to say the result is, let's say, wage increased over the past 10 years. Then, when you search for increase, it says like say it gives you many adverbs like increased considerably or increased dramatically, increased enormously, increased rapidly, increased gradually, slightly, sharply, steeply. So you may choose one adverb that describes your situation best. Or so it's really nice. Say estimate. For example, make an estimate, provide estimate, submit an estimate, revise estimate, or currently, accurately, reliably, provisionally, conservatively, officially, unofficially. So there are difficult to estimate, hard to estimate, impossible to estimate, is used to estimate. So there's like this combination of words are given here. So you can check if your phrase is natural to native speakers or not. So using collocation dictionary will improve your writing a lot. And maybe this is the final one, the source. This is another kind of dictionary. I'm not sure the source is the correct pronunciation. Um, you may use like anything. Merriam-Webster. So the source and say increase. You increase, then it shows you many words have similar meanings. Say so. So it is useful when say for example, it is typical that in your paper you there are some typical sentence like we prove something, we present the results, but I repeating the same words again and again does not look good. What's this? So then you may want to change the words like present. We present the result, but if you wanna change that word like display, exhibit, expose, parade, show off, unveil, preview, act, a little bit. Some of them are not exactly what you want, but you may try some of them represent or like depict, extend, something like that. So you may try different words in the same for the same meaning, so that your writing looks better. So increase can be replaced by something like this, similar meaning but not exactly the same, but you have to choose from them. So by doing this, you can improve your writing. Okay, that's all. I hope these help you. Help you have a successful PhD life. And okay, see you in the next video lecture. That will be the main econometrics material. See you later.